It's the KRUZE review on 4 I Fly.
And TP.
Yeah. We back with something special, something major that should have already happened. And, you know, from us, we send our apologies off top for not letting this happen a lot earlier. A lot of DJs here recently been, you know, doing their respects, paying their respects. Not so much on, you know, the video form or whatever from, you know, different people on podcast platforms or whatever else, you know. Haven't really shown their, you know, respect. But this is special for me and bro because this is one of our favorite artists, and this edition right here is gonna be a tribute edition. You know, it's not gonna be a normal review, but it's gonna be a tribute review for one of our favorite all-time artists. Great artist that, you know, has been overlooked, I feel like, his whole career. One of the most underrated, I'll say the most underrated, controversial MC of all time. There's been a lot of controversy rappers. They've been in, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. You know, ones might put Tupac in there, you know. You know, some might put, you know, even Snoop, Dre, you know, Eazy-E. Some might put Biggie in there. You know, there's a few names people might put in there. You know, Benzino, a couple of other ones. I can't name off top.
Talking about most controversy.
Yeah,
50 shit.
Yeah, 50. Yeah, definitely 50. But as far as MC goes, there ain't too many people that you could put in front of him. There ain't too many people when it comes to music that had a problem with this dude musically. There ain't too many people that, you know, had a problem with this dude, you know, personally, you know, just period. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I learned a long time ago, I use a saying that my uncle told me a long time ago that, you know, insecurities is a big thing, and it don't matter if a person is insecure about themselves or another person is insecure about somebody else. And this artist fits this perfectly. You know, a lot of people won't talk about it, but a lot of people, and probably why he had a lot of problems from people, and people was quick to say his name, because a lot of people was insecure about his security about himself as an MC, as a person, just the way he carried himself, just him being sure about himself. You know, there's a lot of controversial things that people tried to do to this artist, and if you go back and do your research and do the history, you can understand what I'm talking about as far as, you know, this saying goes. You know, a lot of people use the term, you know, the loudest one is the weakest one in the room, and that may be true in a lot of circumstances. But, you know, what my uncle pointed out, you know, that's not always true. You know what I'm saying? Because just like this artist, he was a tiger in a concrete jungle. Tiger got his stripes, you know, originally. That's just how it was made. That's how he was created. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of other animals fear tiger, just the way that it looks, having those stripes, you know, having those, the way that the ears look like eyes when it, you know, his head is down. So, you know, other animals, you know, this artist was definitely, you know, a tiger within itself, you know, just off of that. And the artist we talking about is the artist y'all see.
Y'all already know. Y'all knew who it was since the
yeah. Since y'all seen the shirts.
You seen the shirts, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to block that out.
Yeah.
You know.
Straight up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Go.
But I got a personal story, man. Where now you might remember this back in the day. So just to show you how true and how much of fans we are, Prodigy.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, the first time me and you linked up, I don't know if you remember this. We was going to Thunder over Louisville.
Oh yeah.
That's the first.
Yeah.
That's the first CD I put in.
Yeah.
The H&IC.
Yep. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah, that's classic. Yep.
Way back in 2000.
Yeah.
When it first came out.
Yep. Yep.
2000. It was probably 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, but I think it's 01 maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? 01, 02. Yeah, 2000. 2000. Probably 2001 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was around that time. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. But that was like the first. I came to get you from the crib.
Yep.
We was banging the the H&IC album. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, dang, man, that was so long
yeah.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that's almost what, damn near 20 years ago. Now,
yeah, straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that goes to show you, man. Like, and I think a lot of people, will be like, I think he like Prodigy just because he like Prodigy. Like, nah, I've always was a Mobb Deep fan. Like, that's the reason why me and him became, cool, because we kind of like the same music.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it wasn't no influence off top. I just had, I just had that particular ear about, about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, from jump.
Yeah, so I say Prodigy, man, is probably my top 5 favorite artists.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So
absolutely,
I had to put him somewhere in the top 5 of my favorite. You got your greatest rapper list, or MC, however, but then you got your favorites.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Yeah,
just the way P carried itself, it's missed, man, and there's a lot of new artists out here, man, that got a ill vibe to them, but it'll never be another Prodigy, man. It'll never be. So throughout this tribute, me and bro's gonna go through some of our favorite songs.
Yeah.
And throughout these songs, we're gonna give y'all little prelude stories about these songs, from my personal experiences to real experiences that might have happened while these songs was created. The background stories that a lot of y'all didn't know. And another big reason why we wanted to do this is because a lot of people don't know the background story to Prodigy. A lot of people don't know the background story to Mobb Deep. And there's one particular reason for that, which is one of the most corniest reasons ever that was ever created till this day. And the only reason that people don't like Prodigy and haven't listened to him and don't know his music and don't know nothing about him is because, a lot of y'all people are followers. A lot of y'all don't like Prodigy because of the Tupac story. We're gonna get into that. Yeah. we gonna get into that. Yeah. Not only Tupac, he doesn't stand in there by himself, but a lot of y'all don't like Prodigy because of Jay-Z as well. Yeah, so it don't just exist with Tupac. It also exists with Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. It also exists with Nas as well. We're gonna get into all of that. We're not gonna take no shorts when it comes to any of that. But we want to show our love and our respect for Prodigy, because just for those 3 names alone, for those 3 names to be involved and to mention him, something has to be great about him. And that's something that don't nobody talk about. Don't nobody mention. You know what I'm saying? But that goes back to what I'm saying. The loudest one in the room isn't always the weakest. Sometimes people in the room want to be loud and don't know exactly what it takes to be loud, and they see somebody else doing it, so they go after him or they go after that animal because they fear him in that way, not, you know, knowing that the power it possesses and the strength that it possesses inside itself. Sometimes people see the power that's outside of you, you know, whether other people might look at it, you know, that animal or that person, you know, because a lot of people, we gonna get into this too, a lot of people, you know, looked at Prodigy like, you know, oh, that nigga's ugly, his teeth is messed up, blah blah this, the nigga look like he stink, he look like a dirty nigga, you know what I'm saying? But regardless of all of that stuff, P always had a strength into knowing who he was. And it was even niggas, you know what I'm saying, that are MCs trying to say, you know, with him representing a place that he's really not from, but, you know, had people that he grew up with that was from there to represent a place, you know, even after he passed, people were still, you know, saying stuff and, you know, throwing paint on his mural and, oh, he's not really from here, that's sucker, that's so much suckerness inside of that, it doesn't make any sense, but that lets you know the power that P possessed. Even after he was gone, people were still, you know, doing that.
And I'm gonna say this too, man, because, you know, I know niggas, you know, there was an interview out there and there was a little discrepancy that happened. You know, I'm not gonna say who it is, but, you know, with Flea Lord, you know, you know what I'm talking about. But, you know, Flea Lord was right, because during that time when Flea Lord was with Prodigy, niggas wasn't fucking with P.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? When he was around, you know what I'm saying, Unpac and Nice and all them brothers, niggas wasn't fucking with Prodigy and shit.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So Flea was actually right. But now before then, whatever, but during that time period,
niggas wasn't saying nothing. A lot of these niggas coming out the woodworks, having so much to say, wasn't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows you. That's another side of it. You know, it just shows you what it really is. You know what I'm saying? For them to wait, you know, even spitting on a man's grave, you know, and all of that. It just really just shows the disrespect, you know what I'm saying, of somebody, you know, that brought so much representation to a city. You know, even when others was disrespecting the city, it was a time where he was the only one that said something. You know, there's a lot of people that licked shots at New York City. There's a lot of artists, believe it or not, some of your favorite artists, do y'all think is the greatest MC, greatest rapper in New York City, didn't say nothing and was quiet. But every time somebody licked a shot at P licked back. It was a time where he was the only one to lick back and was like whatever, you know what I'm saying, with it, whatever came with it. We gonna get into that. So we gonna do 10 songs.
We're gonna do 10 of these joints. 5 of bro's favorite, 5 of mine. We gonna let bro start it out. Oh, you gonna let me start it out?
Yeah, we
okay.
check it. Yeah, because it wouldn't be fair for me to start it out. You know what I'm saying? Being from Queens and all of that. I'm gonna let bro get his shine on and show y'all how much love, you know what I'm saying, other people got, you know what I'm saying, for Prodigy in the borough of Queens, you know. And,
yeah, go ahead.
And believe it or not, for y'all who don't know and are in disagreement, there's probably more Mobb Deep and Prodigy fans elsewhere other than New York than anywhere, especially overseas.
Yeah.
There's probably more Mobb Deep fans in California than it is in New York. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I hope this ain't one of your picks.
Yeah.
Before I step out, I get freshly cleaned up, looking like a lot of prezzies. Coupe with the swag box, let the jammy pop. One in your derriere, looking very scared. Cause my airplane get up and get me there safe. For the money, I bounce around the earth. A few 100,000 put me straight for the summer. A few more of those and my balance looking nice. Great music, good drinks, strong smoke, pretty big bank. I'm living this life forever. On deck, she wanna, I give her all of this infamous New York dopeness. I'm crispy and fleet, you can still see the crease on my Armani tee.
Raw forever.
Okay, profile, yeah. Nah, it actually wasn't.
Okay.
Damn, ain't no loyalty. Am I supposed to do? I got a name brand uphold and make moves. I gotta go super hard, stay stupid fresh. Stay away from dumping and niggas make a mess. Keep your books clean and pay the IRS. That's how you keep your house clean, that's how your life is. That's how you keep your car clean, you just nasty.
Why you picked that?
That's one of my favorite tracks off that particular album, man. Like, you know, one of my go-tos when I just want to, you know, ride, you know what I'm saying? I want to put all the windows down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just love the production.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, the chemistry with Alchemist and Prodigy on that record, man.
Yeah.
You know, this is one of his last albums he came out with, you know what I'm saying, before he transitioned. And it's actually one of the last songs on the album. And it represents, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, the title is being, you know, is being raw, you know what I'm saying? It represents his style.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I just like the you know, I just like the song in general. It's just one of those ones I always play.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I just, you know, going through all the songs and stuff, my picks is mainly ones that is not, you know, necessarily what I think it's the best, but
right.
You know, it's more or less the songs that I play all the time.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of, you know, resonate with me. So
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely, man.
This is all for you, P. This is all for, you know, all you Prodigy fans, you know what I'm saying, out there. This is for P's family, his son, his daughter, his wife. This is for Havoc. This is for Alchemist, Infamous Mob. This is for the Borough of Queens. This is for P within itself. So we gonna let that be, you know, as a respect. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I think that was a dope start off though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially with it, you know, being one of the last songs on one of the last albums, you know, the transition. That was dope to start it off like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start mine a little different.
Okay.
Kind of in the same way as bro. His favorite picks. This particular song, I'm gonna do my favorites from 1 to 5. And this is probably my favorite song that Prodigy ever did. This is my go-to song. Let me get a little personal here. This song is sentimental to me. This is my go-to. Anybody that really knows me, it ain't too many people that experienced this. Other than my mom being gone now, my wife, she experienced it. But whenever I go home, I usually don't go up top till maybe every other year. But whenever I go home, you know, and it's usually, you know, where, you know, I got a connecting flight from some other city. So I go to a city first and get a connecting flight, you know what I'm saying, to New York. Both airports, you gotta come to Queens first. You go to New York, unless you go to Jersey, you know, take the bus, New Jersey Transit over to New York. If you fly to New York, you gotta come to Queens first before you go to any other borough.
Right.
Yeah,
I've been there.
Straight up.
I ain't been in the city, but I've been in the airport.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
But you know, like Bro said, you know, I don't really like flying to JFK because it's on the other side. You know, much love to the South Side. I got a lot of family on the South Side, but whenever I fly home, I fly to LaGuardia for one reason alone, because LaGuardia is like right in, you know, Corona, where, you know, I grew up at. You know, it's right there. And I put this song on when the pilot, you know, tells us to buckle up our seatbelts because we about to land. When, you know, I look out the window, you can see Manhattan, I know I'm home. And there's no other feeling that runs inside of my body like I know I'm home. And anybody that knows me knows when I don't care.
I know what you about to play.
Yeah.
I got a few records I think you about to play, but go ahead.
You probably already know. Nah, but whenever I go home, I ain't on no sucker shit. This is real shit. I cry like a baby because it just brings so much memories and stuff, you know, back from me living up top and me leaving, you know, just the city alone. So whenever I play this song, I get into a whole nother zone, because this is the only song that really, other than Tribe Called Quest World Tour, I play that song too. I probably play World Tour after I play this song before the plane lands or when I'm walking through the airport. But there's no other song that I had living in Kentucky that just reminded me of home. It represented how I felt about home and how I talked about being from Queens to other people, and, you know, told them, you know, really what it meant to be from Queens. So, you know, this song represents all of that when it comes to me. And, you know, if I'm in a zone where I'm getting ready to fight, I'm gonna warn anybody out there, don't play this song because you're gonna get your ass beat straight up. So the song I'm about to play is Give Up the Goods.
Ah, yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
Anyway, yo, Queens get the money, long time no cash. I'm caught up in the hustle where the guns go blast. Retaliated, so I had to think fast. Pull out my heat first, see without a seat last. Now who the fucking niggas living to this day? I'm trying to tell these young niggas crime don't play. They looked at me and said, Queens niggas don't play. Do your thing out the mind, kids, stay out of my way. Type hard, trying to survive in New York State. Can't stop till I'm eating off a platinum plate. Whole comes around and tries to relocate me. Lock me up forever, but they can't deflate me, cause
that's one of my favorite joints too, so
I'm
yeah.
out from Selfie, peace not helping ya. I'm trying to get this Lexus up. Plus the cellular, yo, big noise. What up, cousin? I can't cope with all these crap niggas trying to shorten my road. Yo, it's the R-A-P-P-E-R-N-O-Y-D. Niggas can't fuck with me. Coming straight out of QB, pushing to infinity. You ask, can I rip it constantly? Mentally, I'm getting on with it. And I'ma have it to a fucking dead and gone with it. Cause I'm a what? Composer hardcore. I'm lyrical destructor. Don't make me buck up, cause I'm a wild motherfucker. You know I flow, you know my stilo. Even back my gap when I go on cream. Know what I mean? I'm a natural born hustler. I'm trying to touch out, pull out my phone and flush.
There ain't no time for fake jacks. The brothers that fake jacks can lay on their back. These streets is real, can't move without skill. I feel how I feel cause I was born to kill. Do what I gotta, to eat a decent, your brothers are starving. I'm trying to find a job, son, it's all about farming.
up the good.
We knew every word to that song.
Every word. Every word. We shot our own video with that song.
Man.
It's the KRUZE review version right there. Straight up.
We knew every word to that joint.
Straight up, bro. Yeah. Tell them your backstory to it, though.
Man, I didn't hear this album until what was that? Probably what? Maybe 02 or something like that.
Oh, really?
02, 03. Yeah. I didn't never listen to the, this whole album, but that was for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like my first CD that I got of Mobb Deep, you know what I'm saying, was Murder Music. That was my first Mobb Deep CD. Like, I was always, coming up as a kid, I couldn't get a lot of CDs and tapes and this and that, but I remember for Christmas, when Murder Music came out, I got that particular album, but later on, I got this album.
Yeah.
And, I remember going into the store and, I always look at the track list. And from the first song or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you'd be like, man, I wonder what this is gonna sound like.
Yeah.
And well, I'm not talking about this record, but from jump, the sound, the way that the album sound came is what I expected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is everything what I expected? You know what I'm saying? Like start and ending. That's one of my favorite records, you know what I'm saying, of Mobb Deep. Right. But this record, man, a personal story is what was that, 2000 and it's gotta be what, 13, 14 maybe? We went to that concert. We went to we went to the
Bogarts.
Yeah, Bogarts. We went to the Rock the Bells tour concert.
Yep. Up in Cincinnati.
Yeah, we and Wu-Tang was there, but Mobb Deep opened up.
Yeah, yep.
And this is a record, one of the records they performed. Yep. And standard routine. Yep. Prodigy, came in, did his verse, whatever. Then we was like, cause Noy wasn't on stage. Nah. And we was like, man, I wonder if Noy was there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when he came in, he came from back behind the stage. Yeah. Man, his performance was like crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had a lot of energy. And not to cut you off, but I remember because they went to Vegas first. My older sister lives in Vegas. And she went to the concert. And she didn't remember who Noy was, and she was like, yo, who's that Keith Murray person that looked like Keith Murray that's with Mobb Deep? And I was like, what? I was like, nobody. Keith Murray and Prodigy definitely don't get along. So I didn't know who she was talking about. She was like, yo, they had somebody that looked like Keith Murray, and he acted like Keith Murray that was on stage with him. And I thought she was bugging. I was like, she don't know what she's talking about. Like, But when we went to that concert and Noy came out, I was like, oh, okay, that's who she was talking about. So, yeah, I do. Yeah, that was a good backstory right there, bro.
Yeah, because when he got to the line, what up, Noy? Yeah. Then he came out, what up, cousin? You know what I'm saying? What up, cousin?
Yeah, and he brought a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I personally, I didn't know Noy, me or bro, we didn't know Noy had that in him. Nah. Because we never, seen Noy really perform like that. But, he brought an amazing kind of energy to that.
I wish I would have recorded that.
Yeah, I wish so too.
I got some old recordings on my phone somewhere. It's kind of distorted, but maybe I edited a little bit. Yeah. To, let y'all see some visuals. But actually, that was my first time seeing Mobb Deep perform. So.
Yeah, yup. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was good times, man. Yeah, that was my number one. So let's go to your number two, bro.
Oh, damn. I ain't even think about the next record. Damn.
There's so many, man. So many favorite Prodigy songs, man.
What I'm gonna do is it's really an interlude. It's supposed to be a freestyle.
Okay.
And it's off the Queensbridge album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah, the name of it is Power Rap.
I remember the title, but I don't remember the song. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Raps inside my skull cap like a brick stack. The kid is back. Soul job niggas 98 list that. Yo, 99 I piss on rap. 2,000 where your pistols at. Done. We be the man in black fatigue. $30,000 chains to swing.
Now I play that record for a reason. I'm gonna tell you the backstory.
Okay.
You catch me in the street popping that bullshit. Catch a fat lip, flash more niggas than the way fool did. Check out my new shit, we blood spade, still ice grill. Mad cause your click shit is homo, the mom stay real. That you tryna share with the planet, you need to be shot rapping. I got sickle cell, I feel the pain, oh yeah, what's happening? Big dog on the front like they contracting. Numbers on my head up, please, I'm here waiting. You can't touch me, no fake love amongst me.
Yeah, that was Power Rap. So, you know, back when he did that particular record right there, that was around the time, what, 2001. So that was around the time of, you know, right before that, H&IC had dropped.
Exactly.
So
Yup.
He was at his prime right there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Glad you said that.
You know, the way he puts his rhymes together, man, and the way he count those visuals in there. And really, man, I think this freestyle right here kind of jump-started like a lot of minute type of, you know, minute, 2 minute type of records.
Yeah.
That, you know, brothers do now, like, like, you know, Hush Kingpin and Rock Marciano.
Yeah, the records without no hooks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just straight raw, straight, you know what I'm saying? So I think this record really kind of is the catalyst for, you know, those particular records right there, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a freestyle, but I mean, his wordplay on there and the things that he was talking about was, you know, very, you know, real and very crafty. Yeah. This has always been a record that, you know, that kind of resonate with me, you know what I'm saying, throughout the years, you know what I'm saying?
Word up.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because during that particular time, and this is going to lead into my two as well. So that was a great, you know, addition to it, because like bro said, during that time, a lot of people overlook around that time, of course, he was the illest MC. Yeah. Around that time. Yeah, he was top dog. He was really top dog, and he doesn't get his just due for that time period. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he had a way with putting his lyrics, and P would say things that a lot of people don't have the balls to say. Yeah. He would put bars in, you know what I'm saying, just off of real life that would be like, how did nigga think about that? Right. What made him say that? Like when he said in the rap, catch me in the street bopping that bullshit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's like, you know what I'm saying, making something ugly pretty and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Like, didn't nobody really do that too much in they rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Not at all. Not at all. And you know, another thing that people don't talk about when it comes to New York City, you know, I'm not speaking, you know, overall, but he is in the overall conversation. Don't get it twisted either. But when it comes to New York City, street, MC rap, P is definitely top dog. A lot of people don't put him in there, but he's top dog when it comes to that. Like, I don't care how much you dislike him, how much, you know, disfavor you have for him, you can't not put him in there. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? And there's a particular song where P was on his bullshit, where, you know, niggas was saying little slick stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, word? okay, y'all niggas want to be on that, then we gonna take it there, and I'm gonna show you, you know what I'm saying, how you do it.
Yeah.
So we gonna get into that song, which is probably my second favorite P song of all time.
Okay.
Catch you coming out your fucking crib. Catch the fucking bullet, nigga.
Let's just go ahead and throw it out there, you know what I'm saying? In the borough of Queens, there's only one word that comes with Q Borough, and that's keep it thorough, nigga.
Oh, okay.
I break bread, ribs, $100 bills, pill on Bugattis and other 4 wheels. Write a book full of medicine and generate mills. Tour the album, only for more sales. Sign deals, only if the math is real. If you can't match numbers, then you can't have the head nigga in charge of shit. Live nigga rhymes hardest, party, P-Dub shines regardless.
That was during the time when Jay-Z was on his Summer Jam BS.
Yeah.
And I think P made that song, and a lot of those, you know, bars in there was ultimate shots thrown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, he said, you know, just talking about, you know, that shit is trash, and I throw a TV, feel different when you see me. I throw a TV at you crazy. Niggas say P, you crazy. Pain in the ass, nah, but fuck you, pay me.
Yeah.
I'm no shorty, nigga, I stop your glory.
Feel different, niggas see me. I throw a TV at you crazy. Bitches say D, you crazy. A pain in the ass now, but fuck you, pay me. I'm no shorty, nigga, I stop your glory.
Like, though he was, you know, blatantly like, nigga, you feel a way about me, come say it in my face.
You move on it, put jewels on it, who want it? Most niggas make the newsroom start forming. My niggas bullshit on the grill. I don't fuck around, done it, the smooth real. I gave birth to your whole style and feel. I do it feel. To hold my dick and bubble it, cock blow up, duplicate rap cloner.
You think he freestyled that joint? You think he freestyled that record?
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he did, because it was just, you know, the cadence of it was a little too much to be written.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't quote me. There's only a few people that could probably honestly tell you, but I honestly do think that he did. Mm-hmm. And I think he did for a particular reason. Beef on record, a lot of beefs taken in hip hop is on record. Don't get me wrong. That's how it's supposed to be. But, you know, during this time and stage when, you know, shots was thrown and, you know, him being put on the Summer Jam screen for doing something that, you know, he naturally did within his family. A lot of people don't know P's illustrious family, with his grandmother and his mother being in the music, his grandmother being a dance teacher, you know what I'm saying, his mother being a jazz singer and all of that. You know, P used to go to his grandmother's dance school where Ashanti's mother used to dance at, and he speaks about it in the book.
Yeah, it's in the book, yeah.
You know, so you know, there's probably a slight chance where, you know, he even said in the book he's not sure where Jay-Z got that picture from, but it might be a chance that he did get that picture from Ashanti. From her mother,
her mom,
that Jay-Z put on the screen. And, you know, a lot of people thought, you know what I'm saying, it was funny or whatever, and oh, this nigga dancing, blah, 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 you know, but P also has a illustrious, you know, family history within his father, robbing people in New York City. If you really from New York City, then you know what kind of person P's father was. Especially regardless regardless if you live in Left Rack, if you live in Queensbridge, if you live in Flushing, Corona, Southside, you know, Hollis, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It don't, whatever projects in Queens, you really know. Like, I'm not talking about, you know, you 35 and older. I'm talking to the people in they, you know, close upper 40s, 50s. Like, you know, you heard stories. So, you know, for those who think P didn't really get down in the stuff he was talking about, like, you fronting. But, you know, when Jay-Z did that, that was on record. And there's, you know, anybody can quote what happened, you know, what Prodigy talked about in his book when I think they was at the 40/40 club.
Oh, they was in the club, yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, Prodigy was dancing with Queen Pen, you know what I'm saying? Slam dancing, as a matter of fact. You know, that's a whole different subject. We'll get into that slam dancing another time.
Yeah.
But, you know, Jermaine Dupri seen P, he, you know, and everybody know where Mobb Deep got the name Mobb Deep from, because that's how they used to roll.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they found out that they was in that spot. You know what I'm saying? And after they found out that they was in that spot, you know, he sent certain particular people to go stand in front of the door so they couldn't get out.
Exits, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's, you know, there's history on videos where, you know, Jermaine Dupri was asked about certain things about it. He ain't really go into it, but, you know, Jermaine Dupri was shook because he thought he was gonna lose his life.
Yeah, he thought he was getting.
Because he knew Jermaine, you know, Jermaine, he done been in New York. He from Atlanta, but he done been in New York. You know, he done danced with Houdini. He know how real New York niggas get down. So he thought it was really about to go down. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there's proof in particular circumstances where what Prodigy said in his book about Jay-Z, you know, as proof. Because even after all of this was over, you know, Jay-Z, you know, gave props to Prodigy, you know, for being an artist that he studied and that he has respect for. And, you know, Prodigy asked Jay-Z, you know, straight up, what's good, you know? And Jay-Z said, you know, man, this is on record. It's just music, where he didn't want to take it there. So there might be particular cases where, you know, niggas might think Jay-Z was on that thug where he stabbed Un and all of that. Yeah, it might be true, but he knew who to do it to and who not to do it to. That's true too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Keep It Thorough was definitely, you know, a come at me record, you know what I'm saying, for the top dog, for people who really think, you know what I'm saying, it's the top dog, and that's Jay-Z, straight up. So yeah. But yeah, let's get into your, well, you got something to add to that, bro?
Nah, you wrapped it up, man.
Okay.
The record I don't play next. This is gonna deal with one of his top collaboration records.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think this is probably one of his best verses that he ever spit.
Ah, okay, yeah, I know where you're going. I know where you're going. Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into I can't say the name. Tres Leeches?
Yeah. With
Big Pun and Inspector Deck.
Absolutely.
Disperse off this. Who the culprits that claim to be the newest? Rapping bullshit, my rhymes get Ruger endorsements. My song boots in the tech shells through the ceiling. Let's talk with guns, combo to the police come.
Remember the title?
You a red shirt with the wet hat to match. My outfits, I roll some wild out shit. All about it, we move gambit through the overcrowded.
Fake one, take one. No ultimatum, face one. There's no escape from. Straight from the brain come the great one. A blaze swung, decapitate your snake head, slit your snake tongue. Make one false maneuver, you muscle bound, stand surround. Commercial dogs by turtle dove, flower blood. Wounded in the midst of war, still trading slugs, getting made to love.
Prodigy packaging, QB, and Raw trilogy. Lyrically hazardous for your wealth, swing on your royalties. Spoil all your hands, spoil your mans, make a mind, take on big. For you gay on Hot 97, drop by your dwelling, got the weapon, represent your melon. I do it to live niggas, the Pulitzer Prize winner. I told you a long time ago, don't ever fuck me, cause if I leave you half dead, consider yourself very lucky.
Definitely one of P's best verses.
And to make note of it, you know, believe it or not, to me, I think he had the best verse on that whole entire song.
I believe so too. No, enough respects the deck.
Yeah.
Enough respects the Pun.
Rest in peace,
you know,
Pun.
Yeah, rest in peace, Pun. You know, definitely. You know, Deck is definitely underrated. So is Pun.
Yeah.
That's another topic for another time.
But this verse right here was, you know, around that time, you know, they used to have hip hop quotables.
Yeah.
And I remembered it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, seeing in the magazine where they put this particular verse, as a hip hop quotable.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The way he just came in, burst him off this.
Yeah.
Who's a culprit that came to be the newest, rapping bullshit. My rhymes give Ruger endorsements. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Give you a red shirt with the red hat to match.
Yeah, straight up. He was effortless with it though.
Yeah.
He was effortless with it, and he don't get his just due, man. I'm telling you, you know, he probably get more just due from artists now than he did then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Combo to the police come.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like who comes up with shit like that?
Who would have thought of that?
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Shout out to Mano too, because I know Mobb Deep and Prodigy is one of his favorite artists too. So you know, I remember I seen a new interview and Mano was talking about Mobb Deep and Prodigy.
Oh, word.
So that's one of his favorite groups and artists too. So,
word.
So yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Mano.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, that record, you know, I wanted to play that record because that's one of those star-studded, you know, collaborations. Because Big Pun was a big artist during that time, so
absolutely
you get to hear Prodigy up against a heavyweight.
Yeah.
And at that time, that was, I think, that album came out, what, 99?
Yep.
So he, you know, I mean, P was at his prime, man.
Yeah,
so,
he definitely was.
So yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah,
so
yeah, good stuff, man. Definitely one of his best verses. I think you said everything I needed to say for that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into, you know, my number 3 leading into Keep It Thorough, where, you know, I mentioned P was, you know, throwing basically darts at Jay-Z. But on this particular record, he definitely was at him, and you could tell he was at him. This is one of my favorite records too. You know, this is one of those, you know, Queen's fight songs, you know, for, you know, the females, you know, for anybody in the borough. This is one of those songs that represent us. Yeah, this is one of those tunnel records. If you know New York City, you know, this is definitely one of those tunnel records. I believe the video was even shot at the tunnel. I think this is one of the last videos shot in the tunnel before they shut it down, actually. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is, you know, when they do Queen's Day and do the Queen's bangers on the radio, this is one of the songs that they definitely play. So let's get into it, bro. One of my favorite all-time records, and this is another record where if I'm in that zone, don't play this record around me, because you're gonna get your ass beat again. Straight up. So let's get into Burn.
This is a one of these infinity slugs, leave a nigga drug like a check flipping Mickey. My soul on the low to take it, maybe still to give me this on your team. I put a hurting, a beautiful hurting. Skip Market Street, off skip the beat. Me, nigga overcooked that meat. Hit those killer instinct. R.I.P. Got a fake like that. Just forever I'll be needing them niggas wanna ride by the crib all slow. That motherfucker want a real rap show.
Niggas used to love me, now they wanna hate me now. I'm that same nigga with the check holding the spot down. You don't think I never pop right now? Cause hey, you can get popped right now. We don't play guidelines and codes, we obey. Don't even trip. I am D, the set I claim. If there is small D, nigga, ready to bang.
P was, you know, throwing basically darts at Jay-Z. But on this particular record, he definitely was at him, and you could tell he was at him.
Bitch ass nigga, I have you killed. All they have is your bitch ass to fuel the room. No casket, you bastards be missing, make you flister. My meds, my Timbs, and starve you niggas. No shit, no flips, don't fuck with us. It's no problem, I'll bring it to the best of the worst of that. You let me get my hands on you, so I'm taking advantage. And that shit that you pulled ain't do me no damage. You don't know me, nigga, but we about to change that shit.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy that Vita was on that record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. She wasn't on the video though, which was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which had a lot to do with what you saying.
Yeah. I would have liked to see, seen her on the video. You know who Vita is? She's artist on Murder Inc.
Yeah.
Gotti, and he got ties with Jay-Z, so Jay-Z kind of told Gotti, you know what I'm saying, basically to shut that down. Or it could have been something else too, because Irv is Preem's boy.
Yeah. Yep.
Then the story behind that with Preem. Now I don't know if that was around that time, but it might have been later. But Prodigy's best friend was not best friends, but one of his good friends was E Moneybags.
Yeah. Rest in peace, E Moneybags.
Yeah, rest in peace, E Moneybags.
Yeah.
And it was a situation that happened between E Money and Preem or whatever. It's out there.
Yeah.
So this situation kind of got to lineage. It's kind of it got some line in there.
Yeah, it definitely does. Either way, there was a reason why. Why that didn't happen. Vita is also Kima's little sister from Total. A lot of y'all ain't know that either.
Okay.
From the group Total.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a reason why it didn't happen, why she couldn't be in the video. P spoke a lot about that in his book, and she really didn't give, clear details of why she couldn't. But either way, Irv had a lot to do with it and had his hand in it. You know what I'm saying? Which was on some sucker shit. But it didn't stop nothing. The video still happened. You know what I'm saying? The video still came out extra dope. Like I said, it was one of the last that was shot in a tunnel. You know what I'm saying? And that
Irv Gotti and got ties with Jay-Z, so Jay-Z kind of told Gotti, you know what I'm saying, basically to shut that down. Or it could have been something else too, because Irv is Preem's boy.
Yeah. Yep.
Then the story behind that with Preem. Now I don't know if that was around that time, but it might have been later. But Prodigy's good friends was E Moneybags.
Yeah. Rest in peace, E Moneybags.
Yeah, rest in peace, E Moneybags.
Yeah.
And it was a situation that happened between E Money and Preem or whatever. It's out there.
Yeah.
So this situation kind of got to lineage. It's kind of it got some line in there.
It definitely does. Either way, there was a reason why that didn't happen. Vita is also Kima's little sister from Total. A lot of y'all ain't know that either.
Okay.
From the group Total.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a reason why it didn't happen, why she couldn't be in the video. P spoke a lot about that in his book, and she really didn't give, clear details of why she couldn't. But either way, Irv had a lot to do with it and had his hand in it. You know what I'm saying? Which was on some sucker shit. But it didn't stop nothing. The video still happened. You know what I'm saying? The video still came out extra dope. Like I said, it was one of the last that was shot in a tunnel. You know what I'm saying? And that Prodigy's verse was definitely a shot at Jay-Z.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. That's without question. But during that time, there was somebody else that, was feeling a way about Prodigy, where, some parts in that verses could have been at him too, as well as Jay-Z. And that other person I'm talking about is Nas.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't talk about that. Prodigy spoke about, his issues with Nas from the jump in the projects, when Nas made little jokes at Prodigy talking about his teeth and him looking like Master Splinter and all of that,
Called him Rap Boy.
Yeah, called him Rap Boy. Yeah.
I remember that in the book.
Yeah, there's a lot of history within a lot of artists, you know, talking about Nas being an insecure nigga. You know what I'm saying? I got, you know, my family in it, so I'm not even.
You're right. Yeah.
Put it on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, you
there's
got ties to that.
Yeah, I
shit.
got ties to it, so I know how true it is. A lot of people don't know how true it is, but there's details into that, and you know, you could see instances where he was. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's not to take nothing away from Nas, because you know, he's a great, you know, MC and a great, you know, person and one of the greatest rappers of all time. But you know, everybody got highs and lows regardless of who you are.
Everybody,
you know,
got flaws.
yeah, everybody got flaws. People, you know, you could say Jay-Z's an insecure nigga because he definitely don't have the looks. You know what I'm saying? Nas got on him with that and Ether. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could say Tupac's an insecure nigga, which it was times he was. His own friends, you know, said that Ice-T spoke about, you know, to him why he was doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Greg Nice, Ed Lover. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people that was in there that, you know, spoke about times where, you know, he was just being extra. You know, well, when you being extra, a lot of insecurity comes along with that. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, part of that verse in Burn, a lot of that was at Nas too. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know, most of it was at Jay-Z, but a lot of that was thrown at Nas. You know what I'm saying? And that album, Infamy, there was a lot of shots and other songs being thrown as well. You know what I'm saying? In Infamy. So, you know, that's the backstory of that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we'll get into Bros number 4.
All right. So number 4, we gonna get into what is this? This is second. I believe it's the second album.
Live from the belly, they got me behind the fence. I run shit from the inside, the fucking president.
And I see part 2. Real power is people.
The infamous gang, get away from my stank. I got that icky cotton picky shit that had you dance. The reincarnation of the pharaoh with an OE. Talking that shit about hip hop dance. Nas live from behind the gate, permanent smiley face. Money is worthless, real power is people. Real strength is in the street where everybody's equal. Fuck jury, fuck friends. Let's stand on our protection.
Made that record for a reason. Around that time, this is what, the second album. That was the time where he had to do a bid for a few.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think right before that, he pushed this album out. You know, right before he went in. You know, he shot several videos. You know, created, you know, most of his songs. You know, right before he went in.
Fit to pop out this bitch like a newborn. I'm fit to cut out all the smoking and the drinking. Tell you a little secret, it's a secret. Government that worship an hour. They practice witchcraft to harness their power. Pedophiles rape little kids for energy. It's satanic ritual. WTC. They lit the Pentagon on fire. That's lighting the pentagram on fire. All these bodies for what? Seems to scare everybody in the one world, huh?
This was a time where he was getting like conscious of what was going on in the world and shit.
Absolutely.
And you definitely hear a lot of things that he's actually talking about is going on right now.
Absolutely.
Talking about satanic rituals and pedophiles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Raping little kids for energy.
Yeah.
That shit actually goes on, man.
Yeah, it sure
And
does.
Around the time, this kind of plays off of, you know, that verse he done way back when on the LL Cool J track.
Yeah, who shot you?
When he said, Illuminati got my mind, soul, and my body. Secret society trying to keep their eyes on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was going into certain information that he got his hands on from way back when. You know, there's one person that he mentions. I think he even mentions him in his book where, you know, he's one of the guys that came out with different information, and he had his own organization, and you know, this, that, and the third. And his name was Malachi Z. York.
Yeah, yep. Dr. York.
You know, Dr. York.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, once P got a hold of certain books and certain information and started studying, man, he just started, you know what I'm saying, getting consciously aware of what's around him.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play this song to kind of display that.
Yeah.
And basically show the people that, you know, yeah, he had street records and you know, things of dealing with the street, but he was going into a direction of dealing with real things that's going on in society, man. Kind of towards the conscious wave. But what's dope about this song is, yeah, he's talking about that, but he's still keeping it street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he still kept his element in there.
Yeah.
Even though, but
absolutely.
Yeah, man, I just want to play that to kind of display that. So that's my number 4 pick.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. P was what I like to call an intelligent thug. You know, to where, you know, he had a lot of intelligence, and you can see that displayed, you know, in his books. There's an actual video where he's talking about Dr. Malachi York, where he's driving. You know, y'all go back and look on YouTube, y'all can see, like bro said, he's talking about a lot of stuff while he's driving, you know what I'm saying, what's going on now, and, you know, how he got the knowledge within himself, you know. So y'all go back and look at that, you know, where, you know, he's just being, you know, like an open door, you know. He's opening up his soul in this video. He's not rhyming or nothing, he's just talking. You know what I'm saying? But you can see how far ahead of his time that he is, you know, on this video. Straight up. So yeah, that was a good display, you know, good pick. My number 4 pick, what I mentioned early in this video that I mentioned about, you know, P and, you know, people coming at him. This next song is, you know, it's at another person that said P's name. And P, you know, he was really the only New York City artist to get back when somebody got at him. And there's something that happened around this same time, right before, I think it was their first record, Capone and Noriega was ever on, LA, where, you know, the Dog Pound took shots at New York, and it was supposed to be like a big up, but, you know, something happened to where, you know, Snoop and the Dog Pound got shot at by some Brooklyn niggas while filming a video in New York. But, you know, P took offense to it, and Queens took offense to it, because anybody from Queens know, once you cross over the 59th Street Bridge, a lot of people call it Queens Bridge, you know, dirty New Yorkers, us dirty New Yorkers, we call it the 59th Street Bridge, you know. But once you cross Queens Bridge, the tallest building in Queens is the City Building. And that building in particular is the building that Snoop kicked down in the Dog Pound video. So a lot of people didn't know why New York was made. That was the original reason of why New York was made, because Snoop kicked down the tallest building in Queens, which is the City Building, the City Financial Bank Building. You know what I'm saying? But even on that song, you know, that was supposed to be like going at them, Havoc, Capone and Noriega kind of stepped back from the initial, you know, play that was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And Prodigy was the only one really, you know, speaking, you know, directly to Snoop and the Dog Pound and getting at him, you know, on his verse. You know, there was a particular time to where even Jay-Z, you know, was at Hot 97 and had Freeway up there and, you know, a couple of other people up there. And Prodigy called Nas and was like, yo, you know, this nigga's up here taking shots. Like, we need to go up there, you know. And Nas particularly, you know, was with it at first, and then when it came time to do it, you know, E-Moneybags, he kind of backed out, you know. E-Moneybags with Prodigy, they was gonna go up there to respond, and, you know. So a lot of people don't talk about shots being thrown. You know, when Tupac may hit him up and he was talking about Mobb Deep and all of that, he said something about Jay-Z, you know, and there's rumors that Jay-Z made a track. I don't believe it, because ain't nobody ever heard this track. You know what I'm saying? It's still, you know, trying to be found out here. Nobody can find it. Nobody's really ever heard it, you know. I think it's a rumor, excuse me, you know, because can't nobody find it. But the only song that really anybody's ever got back at Pac himself saying something is this particular song. And Prodigy's really the only one, you know, that says something. It wasn't released a lot of places because when it was supposed to be released is when Tupac passed away, and they didn't want to disrespect. So it really didn't get to play a lot of places like it, you know, it generally was made for and was supposed to because of that, you know. But, you know, even Biggie himself, you know, you might hear songs where Biggie, you know, says a little subliminal, little jokey jokes, you know. If Faith had big twins, she probably have Tupac's. Right. Yeah, it wasn't no initial shots, but this song, it was an initial shot, straight up. And you can listen to Prodigy's verse, Havoc's too, you know, but Prodigy in particular, where he's talking about, you know, the shot being thrown at him, and really at that time period, what was going on, you know what I'm saying, with niggas doing bids, you know, at Rankers and in the jails in New York City when it came to Tupac, but Rankers Island particular. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what the 6th borough is. So we gonna play Drop a Gem on him for my number 4.
Once again, it's the infamous back in the house once again. Live the life that a diamonds and guns and now guns full gas. Like a bass and cologne stems. The ball got the ball run out and tell the friend drop a gem on.
I want y'all to pay attention, because a lot of people never heard this song and a lot of people never heard this verse. But this is actual factuals of Prodigy getting back at Tupac for mentioning Mobb Deep and hit him up. So this is the response.
Sick and tired, ugly fingers itching to retire. You got your gas, take it back to smack fire out your ragged ass. Have it represent for the QBC. Smoking ass like Lucy, go what at? Gas fingers and all that. Smoke hat, whatever you gon' get off that. I mentioned nothing but the real shit presenting. The hollow tip full 41st our convention. Yo, niggas are tested, that's no question. Bitch ass, have you confessing? Like a DT, left in state of depression. That's what you know my name. That's only giving me props. Plus the pain that you got when the rivers got you high. It's too hot, knocked out the box and got rocked. Got raped on the island, you officially got. Get that dog shit, buy magazine on some love shit.
I choose infinite, so
yeah, likewise, side of rap guys with faggots and beer shut eyes and swole up your whole outside. I'm staying cats, delirium, and yitty niggas with gas. With the wall on they back. Rikers Island flashbacks to the house you got stuffed it in. You would think that getting your headshots enough with it. Been drunk when you wrote that shit. Too bad you had to did it to your own self. Robbing the whole New York State. Aiming at your face at the day. Bottom line on top soon as you came to shit. Suspect niggas is bitches. Get chopped up, grade A meat, son delicious. Like a bunch of wild Puerto Ricans. We're banging. I click you need behind shit. You know what happened. 60 G's worth of good clapping. Who shot to it? Probably screamed louder than an opera. New York got to them.
a gem on him.
Drop a gem on him, yo.
Going all the way back to 96 on that joint.
Yeah, it's a lot of history within that record, from Mobb Deep and from the Bravehearts. I mentioned, you know, I got family within, you know, the Bravehearts, you know. And you know, I asked one of my cousins, you know what I'm saying, about that particular time, because there's a couple videos. One of them is Juan Epstein, I believe, which is, you know, the older video, but there's more recent videos where Snoop was asked, you know, about the recording TV awards where, you know, Pac rolled up on Nas, and, you know, basically was telling Nas that he put his name in records and all of that, and Nas basically told Pac, you know, he had love for him. That particular scene could have went a whole different way. People have this belief, you know, we're not gonna get full into it, but people just think, you know, from that automatically Tupac's son Nas, you know, in front of all of these people or whatever, you know, Tupac was about to beat Nas's ass and all of this, you know. Anybody that believes that, you don't know nothing about New York City. Because when they filmed that MTV Awards, it was filmed in Central Park, which is in Manhattan. Central Park is not even a good 20 minutes away from Queensbridge. It's right across the water. So, you know, I asked my cousin about that particular time, which he was there, you know, and Snoop even said it. We're gonna add that video to this video where Snoop said.
Because Death Row is when MTV had an award show at the Central Park. I don't know if that's the right name of the park, but it was a big ass park. So Tupac and all of us from Death Row, we mobbing. We see Nas. He walk up to Nas. Nas got about 100 goons with him. Sounds right. That I see, that I know that they killers, but Pac ain't tripping and he just don't care. So he walk up on Nas. Nas reached to shake Pac's hand. And Nas said, I got love for you, Pac. And Pac said, well, nigga, if you got love for me, I got a song coming out, nigga, why this? You, Jay-Z, Biggie. He named about 40 he named a bunch of niggas. And he told Nas, nigga, if you got love for me, nigga, you ain't gonna say nothing after this record come out. Nas shook the nigga hand. And when he shook, you know, you shake somebody's hand and you look over their shoulder, he had 100 niggas behind him. All them niggas had their hand on their shit. He did them niggas like this, like winked his eye, like don't do it. And he shook Pac's hand. He said, I love you, Pac. And they separated. And then Pac looked at me. He said, I told you, nigga, we got these niggas punked out here. Damn. But to me, Nas was gangster, because he didn't push the light. He could have pushed the green button and we'd have been done. Because we didn't have no artillery in New York. They did.
Hey, you know, who Nas was, and, you know, him speaking about the gang-like culture in LA and, you know, what he took from it. You know, it could have went a different way. People think that Tupac just pumped Nas right off, not knowing that, you know, even Snoop said it was more than 100 thugs that was behind Nas with, you know, everybody had their hands on the trigger. You know what I'm saying? One of my cousins confirmed that, because he was, you know, one of the main ones that was there and was really ready to do something, you know, and basically Nas gave everybody a pass, you know what I'm saying, not to do nothing, you know, to Pac, and to, you know, basically let it go. But, you know, not to take nothing away from Nas, but that, you know, that goes to show, you know what I'm saying, even outside of music, you know, who Nas was. Because, you know, if he would have been one of those, you know, niggas, a hot-head nigga, you know, that would have went a different way. And I even admit, you know, if me and Nas, you know, if Nas was me, you know, it would have went a different way, because I'm a hot-head nigga. It ain't gonna be no, nah, I'm gonna give him a pass, nigga. We gonna have to have a fair one or something. You know what I'm saying? But that goes to show, you know who Nas was and wasn't with that. That don't mean, you know, just because you walk away from a situation or you give somebody a pass, that don't make you the weak one. You know, Biggie too. You know, there's instances where, you know, Pac and Suge got it big or whatever. you know, and, you know, Big kind of fell back from the situation because, you know, he was confused. That could have went a different way where, you know, if Big, you know, was a hot-head nigga, it could have, you know, a lot of people would have got killed or whatever. But people just take it like, oh, Pac, you know, he punked that nigga, he punked Big, he punked Nas or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean the whole New York City within itself are bitches and punks. Because there was a lot of niggas out there, you know, that didn't like Pac because, you know, he felt like he was that nigga that could do anything to anybody. It was niggas that was in Central Park around that time that didn't care who made music and didn't care who you was. This chain could have got snatched, anything, you know what I'm saying? And what Prodigy said in that verse is evident. You know what I'm saying? What you think you can't get bucked again, once again, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what happened, 50 shots, worked the gun clapping, who shot you? You probably screamed louder than the opera, New York got you. Now you want to use my mob as a crutch. What you think you can't get bucked again, once again? That was real life. Like what happened at the studio when he got shot, where was it at? And that was the reason why, you know, Pac did have a lot of anger towards New York City within itself and why he went at certain people. But that whole thing could have went different. And regardless if people want to say, oh, well, that interview was fake and blah, blah, this, facts are facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you feel like Snoop, what he's saying ain't true, and Snoop is a snitch and blah, blah, this, the fact still remains that Queensbridge ain't even 20 minutes away from Central Park. And there was over 100 thugs there. That don't mean that 100 more and 1,000 more thugs couldn't have been called over there for something to happen. And Snoop even said it himself. Him or Pac didn't have no guns. Snoop thought he was gonna lose his life right there. He said it within himself. He thought that his life was over because they didn't have no artillery, you know, with them. You know what I'm saying? And it easily could have went down. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to show right there. People think that, you know, a lot of people never heard Drop a Gem on him. You know what I'm saying? Until now. But out of respect for his death and what happened in Las Vegas, Drop a Gem on him didn't get played, and they was gonna take it off the album. Actually, they took it off of Hot 97. Funk Flex didn't play it because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because of, out of respect. You know what I'm saying? But there's no proof of Jay-Z releasing a diss record at Pop. You know what I'm saying? There's no proof of Biggie releasing a diss record at Pop. You know, there's proof of Jay-Z saying it's like New York been soft ever since Snoop came by and crushed the buildings.
But that was later.
Yeah, that was later. But Jay-Z within himself was soft because he didn't say nothing back to any of those niggas. The only one that said something back was Prodigy. That's actual factuals, bro. Yeah. So that's why I played Drop a Gem on him as number 4, because, you know, that within itself a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people don't bring light to when it comes to Prodigy. That just goes to show, you know, why his name was mentioned and why a lot of people had a problem with him, because they knew, you know what I'm saying, he was great within himself as an artist and as a person. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So that's my number 4. So we got this last one. Bro's number 5 and my number 5. What you going to, bro?
All right. So we're going to get into my number 5, Genesis.
Oh, okay. Good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infamous small D. It's real. Respect the IMD. Fresh out the car in the RAPP. ERPE. When I speak, it gets real. Flakes try to tell me, yo, done, not chill. You can't come out wildin' out like that. Rhyme so vivid that I see what you saying. Years of frustration, some got killed. Others fell victim to the gates still. Stuck on this rock where we don't belong. I wanna go home, not sing this song, but I'm forced to perform speech napalm. Calm, surrounded by all types of harm. Dog man, fuck your screw face, I watch hands. Surrounded by crash dummies and empty minds. get your shit together done. See between the lines, the miss. Cause of the way I write rhymes, plus my story's more foul than your newborn eating swine. Can't you see it's about to get deep, like squeezing fluoride on your brush for your teeth. The positive and negative war has now begun. P helps you separate both the sides.
That was the first pop-out record for the album H&IC.
Yeah, man, classic.
Yeah, that record, man, to me, you know, it was a mixture of a lot of things. You know, you had some sadness in there. You had some, you know, you had some consciousness in there.
Absolutely.
So that's one of those records that, to me, best describes P as an overall artist. And especially, man, with him having, you know, sickle cell. You know, and, you know, dealing with pain. And I thought, and I think like a lot of his music kind of reflected that. I think how he came as an artist and how he, you know, put together his music kind of displayed that. You know that pain of having that sickle cell, man. And, you know, going through those episodes. So yeah, that was one of my standout records, you know, from over the years. So
good record, good pick, man. Definitely one of my favorite set of P records. You know what I'm saying, for an album, for any of his albums, straight up. My last and number 5 is kind of like a toss-up. I was gonna go with, like what bro said, speaking about P, you know, one of his speaking about his pain, which is also one of my favorite P songs, is You Can Never Feel My Pain. I was gonna particularly go with that, but I think most definitely one of my favorite P songs of all time and favorite produced P records would definitely have to be Breeze.
Oh, okay.
Breeze, it speaks to me because it represents me as a person. It represents, you know.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite joints too.
You know, it just represents everything he mentioned in there. It just represents, it details me, you know, just being, you know, Queens, New York City, everything in there. You know, a lot of records on the Mac is Back speaks as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't play any of those records. See, I was thinking you was gonna play some of the Mac is Back joints.
I can't because that's one of my favorite albums, and I just can't pick one. If I gotta pick one, I gotta pick all of them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro knows, and anybody that really knows me know the Mac is Back is one of my favorite albums of all time. So, you know, that's why I had to go with Breeze. I had to go with something else, you know, just because of what he's talking. And bro picked, what song was that you picked? I can't remember. When you was talking about his intelligence and his consciousness.
Oh, you talking about Real Power is People?
Yeah. So, you know, Breeze kind of speaks to that, but it still has a lot of, you know, P being street as well. So yeah, let's get into Breeze. It's the last one, bro.
It's Breeze.
Yeah.
I've waited hell of a long time to get mine. Right now I'm in position to shine. You can tell from my posture, I don't give a fuck. You can tell from the watch when I clean up. Now that's down with the Al Capone hat, upscale sex. I got 2020 vision in my 2021 Ferrari, banging this shit. Real turned up in my truck, don't rap. Nigga spiritual, you broke, and money ain't gonna help you. But that's another story, now we're worried. Out here, shorty, you ain't gonna make it. Now I tell you right now, you either gonna do life or you gonna get killed. All you wanna do is take greed and larceny. I see it all in your face. It's like Earth, I get you there right away, be gone. Fuck, that was blowing my high. Back to the real life of rap music's most fly. Films with no socks on, basketball shorts and a tee, and the Bible belt blowing mad.
Yeah, that was Breeze.
Breeze, man.
Yeah, that's one of my go-tos on that album too.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, straight up.
Definitely.
Just everything he was talking, you know, Tins with no socks, you know, him talking about, you know, his watch game, you know, straight up. You know, talking about, you know, niggas wishing they could, you know, fuck a bad one, you know, all of that. Everything he mentioned in there was true. Even, you know, the second verse, you know, where he told Shorty he wasn't gonna last too long. Either, you know, you gonna get, you know, you're gonna go to jail or you're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no rest for the wicked. You know, how he talked about, you know, he was down in Louisiana. He stopped the show to get love to Lil Boosie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't too many rappers at that time, you know, to say things like that. Prodigy was also the first one to do a song with the nigga from the South. Before Jay-Z did that remix with Juvenile on High, Prodigy, you know what I'm saying, did what's it called?
Young black entrepreneurs
with BG,
yeah.
Cash Money.
Yeah.
You know, he don't get props.
YBE.
Yeah, YBE, as a matter of fact. You don't get props for that. You know what I'm saying? But him mentioning, you know, being in Louisiana, stopping the show to get love, Lil Boosie. You know what I'm saying? That just speaks of and details the artist P was. You know what I'm saying? That he don't get credit for. You know, and that's one of the reasons, you know, why he's gonna be missed so much, you know, just for, you know, putting things like that, putting bars that normal people wouldn't put in. You know, he was just speaking real life, but his real life, you know, his bars was real life. You know what I'm saying? And he don't
stop it indoors.
Yeah, he don't get enough credit, you know, as he deserves. So, you know, yeah, that was my.
Yeah,
you got to straight. Yeah, no, you good. Yeah, so, you know, we just wanted to tribute P. Like I said, shouts to his daughter. I know she's, you know, getting into music or whatever. Check her out on Instagram. Yeah. She's on Havoc's Instagram. Shout out to Havoc. You know what I'm saying? One of the best beat makers ever. Yeah. Ever. Yes. Ever. I said ever. Definitely. You know.
Shout out to Infamous Mob.
Infamous Twin. Mob, yeah. Twin.
Todd Nitty.
Yeah.
Gambino. We gonna tag y'all on this joint.
Straight up.
You know
Rappanoid.
Yeah, Rappanoid.
Straight up. On the real.
I don't know what go ahead.
No, shout out to Alchemist.
Yeah.
Don't get enough props.
I've been wondering about his son, man. I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, hopefully
maybe, you know,
later down the line,
future,
you know, he'll come out and do something. Yeah, that would be dope. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna be right back. I gotta take a leak.
Yeah. Shout out, you know, all the people influenced with Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? That really don't get they just due from the industry, you know, like they supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Flea Lord, shout out Conway, Ito, you know what I'm saying, for keeping the spirit of Prodigy alive. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, all three artists definitely has representation, you know what I'm saying, of P, you know. So rest in paradise, P. Yeah. You know, nothing but love and respect due over here from the KRUZE Review. You know what I'm saying? All y'all people that didn't know these backstories, do your research. Pump P's music. There's a link from Mixcloud. Scram Jones got a Prodigy tribute mix. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, stupid. Yeah, check it out on the internet. It's free. You know, you don't have to buy it or nothing. You could just, you know, go to it on your phone and bang it out. It's almost like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of P songs, you know what I'm saying? Blended, mixed, you know what I'm saying, perfectly. So, yeah, check that out. But nevertheless, you rocking with the fresh. It's the KRUZE Review. I'm 4 Eye Fly.
And TP.
We out of here, yo. Rest in peace, P.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.